So my name is Ananta Agarwal, and I'm a Year 4 student at the University of Hong Kong. I'm studying journalism. I worked for AniLab from January to April this year.
I'm Tanhu Gigi, and I'm a Year 2 journalism student in HKU. In the past summer, I worked in AniLab as an intern.
My name is Joshua Lee. I'm a final year journalism student at the University of Hong Kong, and I interned at AniLab last summer. I think the most memorable debunking for me was definitely the bus video. There was a video of a bus driving down a hill which was sped up and had a different audio track added to it. Although it was almost immediately apparent to us that the video was debunked, this was only the case for people who have a fair interest in Hong Kong news. So although it was quick to debunk the story, I think what was memorable about that experience was how we packaged that story and presented it to audiences who may not be familiar with the original audio track.
I think the story that I'm really proud of would be the one about the Zhangzhou flooding. And actually the story was based on a couple of videos and pictures showing that it claimed that after the Zhangzhou flooding, some animals, including whales and crocodiles, escaped from the aquarium there. I didn't expect that so many people, even though my mom and my brother sent me the video of saying that, oh, it's real. We know that it's really difficult to find evidence because you find the original video is not an easy thing. However, we really did that, and we completed the story. So I think it's a really memorable experience for me. Yeah.
So there was this misinformation story about how ivermectin can prevent and cure COVID-19. Now this is obviously a conversation that you're seeing a lot around in the US, especially now with the vaccine hesitancy that's going on. So it was very important to know that this is spreading in social media and has been for a long time, and then to debunk it because obviously it's quite dangerous. So we also read stories that there was a man who took the drug in very heavy doses and he was hospitalized. So it's not just problematic, but it's also dangerous. So that's why, yeah.
Before being a part in AniLab, I had no idea on how to write a good news article or how to do news reporting. But after entering AniLab, I have a lot of chances to do such things.
I would say what I learned from AniLab is really sort of technical skills in journalism. So particularly in terms of verification. So when we encounter potentially false information or fake news, we need to go through our potential list of ways to verify that, and we go through the potential ways to verify that, maybe contacting experts or contacting authorities that are relevant to the story.
I came into fact-checking with very little idea of the kind of tools we use. So the primary thing that AniLab taught me was the tools for fact-checking, and just to know what kind of content to look for when you're fact-checking. I think there was this story about you saw multiple people in locked in kind of storage containers, and the claim was that these people are Mexicans and they have been trapped at the border because of Biden's policies. But turned out they were actually quarantine camps in China. So I did not speak Chinese, so I was not familiar with Chinese social media, Weibo. So that was a bit difficult for me to kind of debunk, but then I had the help of the people at AniLab. So fact-checking is usually a lot of teamwork, and that's, I think, the best part of it.
I think one story we did on lampposts in Hong Kong was particularly challenging. Images were circulating online of lampposts with mysterious objects attached to them, and people were claiming that these objects could have been surveillance devices. So we had to get hold of experts of lampposts, which aren't particularly common, as well as government authorities to try and figure out what these objects were. Eventually, we were able to contact the relevant authorities as well as lamppost enthusiasts, those exist, and try and understand what these objects were, and in the end, they didn't turn out to be surveillance devices.
There are always some limitations when we are doing fact checking, because even though you spend a lot of time on it, you may not get the results that you want. You can't find the evidence to show that it's a fake news, even though you know it's properly manipulated. So, however, I still enjoy the process, like when finding the evidence, because you just feel very excited when you find the things that you want.